I want to move on to the migrant crisis in the U.S. now, and joining me to discuss it is immigration reporter at the Daily Caller, Jennie Taer. Jennie, welcome back to the program. I want to start with this disturbing and breaking news in which the FBI was investigating a smuggler with ties to ISIS that helped migrants enter the U.S. from Mexico. Tell us about this story, and what is this all about? Should people be worried that ISIS is now involved in the people smuggling trade?
Well, this is not a new phenomenon, actually. During the George W. Bush years in the United States, actually, there was a similar plot, actually. But this plot was not only tied to ISIS, but it was actually a plot to assassinate the then president. So, of course, there are questions now as far as what happened here, which is, you had this ISIS-tied smuggler that utilized the southern border to bring a group of migrants from Uzbekistan illegally into the country who then got released. Now, the FBI is currently trying to track those migrants down. They have apprehended and arrested the smuggler with the help of the Turkish authorities, but those people are still in the country. Uzbekistan is actually considered an area of special interest, so migrants who come from there are facing more scrutiny by federal authorities because their countries have a nexus to terrorism, according to U.S. intelligence. They use that as a way to scrutinize some further migrants that are coming through. So that process may have been applied there. However, they were released again, and there is no idea right now where they are, and that's kind of what the federal government is questioning and scrambling about. The Biden administration has had meetings over this and is wondering where they are.
And so the White House has been putting out the line here that this is under control and so on, and that people don't need to worry about it. But should Americans be worried that this adds a new element to it? We've seen the crises in the cities where the migrants have been set. We've seen crime eventuating from much of this crisis. We've seen a lot of other things. Now you're saying that there's potential national security implications here. How concerned should Americans be about this?
That's right. So former Border Patrol Chief Rodney Scott has told me that anyone who doesn't think that the border being open right now is a threat to our country is naive. Now, the numbers show this. In fiscal year 2021, 15 migrants apprehended on the terror watch list. That shot up to 98 the next fiscal year, and now is 147. This is just at the southern border. So this is absolutely something that is happening. There is a crisis. There is a national security crisis going on. You also have that surge in special interest migrants that are coming from countries with a nexus to terrorism as well. So there's a lot of questions that have been brought up on Capitol Hill over this, and that the Biden administration, meanwhile, is still saying that everything's great at the border and that they're doing their job. And that's just not the case. You had, on top of all of these concerning numbers, a record surge, the highest year ever of encounters of illegal migrants by Border Patrol in fiscal year 2022 when Biden took office. That was over 2.2 million. So there's something going on here.
Jennie Taer, thank you so much for your time in explaining this real crisis that isn't going away anytime soon to us here on the U.S. Report. Thank you so much, Jennie Taer.